Okay, hello everyone, welcome to Professor Layton and the Diabolical box. We're going to start an adventure right here, right now. Let's do it. Come on. No! Oh, you can't do the last one. Sure. This is a work of fiction. The character description events portrayed within are.
There are tales of a box that brings death upon any who dare open it. Tell me, do you think those rumors could be true?
Hey, look! There it is! Now this is what I call deluxe. Just look at this room.
Yes, I can certainly see why some call the Momentary Express a cruise ship on rails.
This sofa's great.
Now, don't forget, Luke. A gentleman pays attention to his manners. In every setting.
So what's the actual story behind the Elysian box anyway? All who open it die, huh? Sounds awfully fishy to me.
Perhaps so. But we've seen it happen with our very own eyes. The answer is out there, Luke. But I just need to find it.
We will. I know it.
Prologue. The Elysian box. To my dear friend Riddleton.
There was a box that was rumored to kill anyone who opened it. At first, neither the professor nor I believed it. But all that changed with the arrival of a single letter.
A few days earlier.
Luke, have a look here.
Oh, what's that, Professor?
It's a letter from my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
Ah, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
Is everything all right?
My dear Herschel, knowing you, I imagine you've already heard of the relic known as the Elysian box.
Yes?
This strange antique is infamous for killing anyone who opens it. Truth be told, I'm a bit dubious of the box's murderous reputation. But you know how I am. Once something piques my interest, I simply must get to the bottom of it. That's why I'm pleased as punch to tell you that the elusive item is finally in my possession. What's more, I believe I'm on the cusp of unraveling a great mystery tied to this box. For the moment, let's just say I have a theory, though I haven't been able to prove it yet. Initially, it was my intention to finish my research before daring to open its lid. But I must confess that my curiosity is simply overpowering. In the unlikely event that anything should happen to me, please finish the work I've started here. Your friend, Andrew Schrader.
According to the postmark, this letter was sent 2 days ago. We should go pay the doctor a visit. I just can't shake the feeling that something awful has happened.
Well, your intuition's usually spot on. I say we head out right away.
Yes. 1. Elysian Box. The Elysian Box. The Elysian Box is an antique set to bring death upon any who dare open its lid. According to rumors, the box has already claimed many lives and is feared in many parts of the world. Could this strange item truly exist? Look, before you go, would you be so kind as to fetch my car keys? They're in one of the drawers in the desk. Sure thing, Professor. If there's something you wish to inspect, Luke, simply give it a tap. Luke will find the best car, tablet up on the drawer's desk. Sure. Oh, here we are, Professor. Your Layton's keys. You can find them, you should pick up in the professor's trunk. Many thanks, Luke. Now let's get moving. Latest lesson 1, moving. You do know how to move about, don't you, Luke? You bet I do. Let's see, first I went up the shoe in the lower right corner. Then I just step one little arrow that appears to move in that direction. Exactly right, I'm going to move, start by giving the shoe icon a tap. Go on, try it out. That's the way, my boy. One can't investigate properly without first doing a little legwork, as they say. I couldn't agree more, Professor. Now shall we head off? To Dr. Schrader's home. Professor, I would like us to go investigate the doctor's flat. During one of his visits some time ago, he was kind enough to leave me a map of his home. That, as you can see, is a rather unusual piece of cartography. Look here, Luke. Oh, however, the map itself is a puzzle. Professor, do you mind if I take a crack at it? I just know I can solve this one. Puzzle number 001, Dr. Schrader's map. In the road to Dr. Schrader's home, several pieces in the center are being cut out. To show the map by showing missing piece in the right spot. Just to grab it, stand move to us. You can't rotate the pieces. Alright, sure. Ha! Got it!
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
Anyway, now to it. You gotta get Dr. Schrader's apartment. Alright, because pressure points indicate the puzzle's difficulty. The more pickouts the puzzle, the more tougher it is. When you submit an incorrect answer for the puzzle, the number of pickouts you can earn from the puzzle decreases. I think carefully before answering. Once your beat on the game is saved, go to the bonus section and load your game file. From there you can enter the top secret area where a number of fun extras are waiting for you. The more records you earn, the more extras you unlock. Sorry, I just have to actually go through that like on full speed. Excellent, with installation confirmed, we are ready to pay the doctor a visit. Come on. Puzzle 001, the credit map is now a puzzle index. Yay! I do believe we found the doctor's building. Which flat is this? Not, I'm afraid, I don't know. But thinking on it now, the letter is a dimensional this place. Puzzle 002, the doctor's home. Okay, find Dr. Trader's window from the details in his letter. In the morning, I often awaken to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. Looking out by the flag fluttering gently outside my window. I take a single sip of my tea, then turn my attention to the morning sun. No many flies of London have a view of the sunrise, you know? Right, circle. Use your stylus, yeah, okay, sure. The morning I have to wake to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. That's the nearby flat. Flag outside his window. But I don't have a flat.
Consider this puzzle solved.
There we go.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Right, now that you know where the doctor is, head for the doctor's home. Unless I'm mistaken, I think we found the right flat. Now follow me, Luke, we're going up. Oh, I nearly forgot. Before we leave, let's review how to use the trunk. To open the trunk, just tap the icon on the upper right corner of the screen. It's got all sorts of helpful information filed away under different icons. Touch an icon to use it. And to save the progress we've made during our investigation, just tap the icon marked save. The icon is a puzzle index. Tap it to view all the puzzles we've encountered so far. Solved puzzles are marked with a check, and those we've yet to finish are blank. Puzzles we already finished can be replayed by selecting from this screen. Also, the index shows the location once uploaded right, so you may revisit them. To the general icon to display my personal notes on the key story events. So whenever you need to exit the trunk, just give it a tap. Hey, hold up a second. You're in your face. Wanna hear something absolutely ace, mister? See the mailbox right over there? Try typing on it, will you? Hint coin. Brilliant, that's a hint coin you found there. Ever work puzzle and get stuck? It's times that you... It sounds like that when I bet you fancy hint, yeah? Well, when that happens, you trade in those shiny hint coins for hints. They're scattered all over the place, which means you should always be on the lookout for them. Tap on anything suspicious, okay? Good, well that's all I have to say. You take it easy, mister. Let's go in. The doctor's house is flat, I'm sure of it. Andrew, are you home? It's Herschel Layton. Sir, are you there? Doctor? I don't hear anyone in there, sir. What if he's... There's no time for speculation now, Luke. We must get this door open immediately. It seems to be locked from the inside. But without a key, there's no way to get in. Of course, in my haste, I forgot about these keys the doctor included in the letter. Professor, let me try them on the door. Huh? That's strange, it doesn't seem like any of these keys work on the lock. Look, don't you see, Dr. Shredder had said before is yet another puzzle to solve. So which key opens the door? No.
Here goes.
That key.
That was almost
Just to
too
say this, there are
easy.
some puzzles that I still remember from my past, that's why I can just get through them like so easily. Right, did it take you a while to figure out the portion of the key resembling the grip was actually the part that fit the keyhole? Answers can often be found in the most unlikely of places.
Professor!
Yeah. No, untrue. How could this have happened?
Rip.
This is terrible, Professor. Do you suppose the Elysian box did this to Dr. Schrader when he tried to open it?
I honestly don't know, Luke. But that can wait. Right now, we need to notify the police.
Of course, Professor.
What do we have here? A train ticket for the Moulintary Express.
Now this is strange. Look, there's no destination written on this ticket. Have you ever seen a train ticket that didn't say where it was taking you?
Yes, very strange indeed.
A ticket with no destination. A single ticket with no visible destination was covered in Australia's home. It appears to be for the Moulintary Express, but where exactly is it supposed to take its owner?
Excuse me.
Huh? Hey, it's you!
Well, Inspector Chelmey's the name. You two found the body, did you? What in the ragged?
No, Luke, let him go.
Get off me!
Luke, stop that. That's his face. Listen here, Luke.
Oh my gosh! His face doesn't come off. He's the real deal.
For fuck's sake.
What in the blazes? That's my face, not some piece of taffy.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean it. I was sure we had another imposter on our hands.
What in the world is this child talking about? I swear, young ones these days have no manners.
My apologies for the confusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University.
And I'm his apprentice, Luke.
Interesting. So if I understand correctly, you keep a child around as an apprentice, do you?
Hey now.
Not at all, sir. In truth, he's...
Professor Layton's apprentice, like I said.
Well, it's really none of my concern. I have a crime scene that needs my attention. Clear a path, will you?
But of course. Luke, not a word about that ticket to the authorities, all right?
You got it, Professor.
Yes. Let's see. What do we have here? A murder? Or was the crime self-inflicted?
Inspector, I should tell you that the door was locked before Luke and I came in.
I see. So this door, the sole entry point in and out of this 8th floor flat, was shut tight. Then the doctor was holed up in here, completely apart from the outside world, yes? That being the case, yes, I'm sure of it. The old gent must have suffered a heart attack.
What? How did you come to that conclusion, sir?
Use your noodle, laddie. What other explanation could there be?
I don't know.
It's true that the flat is on the 8th floor and that the door was locked, Inspector. Still, I'd hesitate to say that this room was completely closed off from the outside.
Is that so?
Please elaborate. Isn't it obvious? There's something quite unusual about our crime scene that's been overlooked.
Eh?
It's as plain as the nose on your face, Inspector.
I suppose you academics think your fancy degrees prepare you to play detective, eh? I tell you, nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mum thinks they can do my job. Now, as I was saying, the cause of death was heart failure, plain and simple. And there's what caused it.
This? It's a scaled-down model of a Kronosaurus, if I'm not mistaken.
I reckon that ugly mug will give anyone nightmares. Here's what probably happened.
Oh, he's going to explain what happened.
The old fellow turned on the light, took one look at the beast, and then keeled right over.
But this is the doctor's own home. Why would the bones he put up himself scare him?
People have a way of becoming forgetful with age. Not that you'd understand, boy.
Well, you're right about that. I don't think I understand it at all.
Mr. Layton, was it? No? Ah, yes, Layton. Mr. Layton, what do you think?
The scenario you paint certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility. But, considering the lights were off when we entered the room, I don't think we've found our answer yet.
Oh, really?
Furthermore, look around you, Inspector. Doesn't anything strike you as odd?
What do you mean, Professor?
Study your
Come on.
surroundings, Luke. I'm sure you can see it too.
Puzzle 004, secure room. When it's windows opening out into thin air.
Here goes. Piece of cake.
Okay, for some reason, part of the curtain Shen has been ripped to clear off.
Of course. This window is missing a curtain.
So it is. But what exactly does this have to do with my crime scene?
Everything.
It means someone exited the building through this window, and I'll bet he's our culprit.
I'd say that's a sound theory. Well done, my boy.
Oh, yes. Sound as a pound. I was just about to propose the same idea myself.
Really worry now.
Liar!
Shh, Luke, listen. I don't believe our friend the Inspector will be of much help to us. What say you and I conduct a little investigation of our own?
Professor, look! There's something in Dr. Schrader's hand.
It's an old photograph, but it's been torn into so many pieces, I can't make out the original image.
It's the Elysian box. Torn photo. The torn photograph. Torn fragments of a photograph were found on Layton Doctor's hand. In its current state, it's possible to make out the contents of the photo. What could it be depicting?
Hey, what's the big idea? You can't just point evidence in a crime scene. Get your hands off that... what is this anyway? Not that it matters. I'll be holding on to that. Now out with the both of you.
You found the torn photo, but Inspector Chummy confiscated it.
Ah, but we're not done.
There was written again that he was in possession of the Elysian box. Yet there was nothing resembling system effect in his home. Leaving the person who did this to him was after the box. And it's an interesting theory, but for the moment that's all it is. However, I may believe that we hold a clue to understanding today's events, and I believe that ticket. The military inspect ticket, right, Professor? Correct, Luke. I believe that a trip about the Military Express is in order. Box's location. The box disappeared. Somebody managed to steal the Elysian box from Dr. Schrader's home without leaving behind a single implication clue. Who could have made off with the box? Do you expect we'll find the key to unlocking this mystery on the train? Dr. Schrader did his best to point us towards the Military Express should something happen to him. Such as fog on the morning. I know this train will lead us to the answers we seek.
Professor Layton and Luke sped away from the city, unaware of the secrets that awaited them down those iron tracks.
Oh my. Chapter 1, The Legendary Military Express. Gosh, you look at this place, Professor. It's so posh, I feel like I should be wearing a monocle. Haha, quite so, Luke. Every decoration and detail in the room is more decadent than the last. I'd wager the rest of the train is just as grand. How would you like to go exploring for a bit? Look at that, Luke. Your bag is wide open and your belongings are scattered everywhere. Oops, I guess they are. You should put your things away before you walk around the train. Luke's trunk. Luke's belongings all over the place and need to be packed away in his trunk. Use your stylus to move the objects into the trunk and make sure that none of them overlap. But you can't actually turn things around, so that's good. Ree! There we go.
Let's see if this works.
So years ago, when I actually did this puzzle, it took me hours upon hours to do this. Good work, we should now be able to close the bag easily now. Good, it's tight squeeze, but everything's finally packed away. A bit of planning will prevent this type of scrambling in the future. You're right, and I do feel better everything put away. Come on, Professor, let's look around some more. That puzzle originally took me hours upon hours, and now I just did it in like, what, 5 minutes maybe? Not even. Remember, Luke, we're here to find the illusion box, so don't get sidetracked. You don't have to tell me twice. Now why don't we start our search by investigating the train. The rest and Luke decided to explore the Monetary Express. I bet the Lux rooms make our rooms look like a freight cart. Hold it right down, man. Something from there says interested the car is VIPs only. Capisce? Now I know you like a sneak peek, but the whole car is booked, so that's a no-go. I'm the kind of person who can rent out the whole car. Must be some kind of super tycoon. Indeed, I wonder what it must be to have such a room to yourself on a train of this caliber. Well, for that I suppose you just have to keep wondering, eh, Professor? And with the Grandmaster, where are you two going? We're actually out looking for something there. Sadly, we don't know where it is. Drawing the clue to point us in the right direction, we'll simply have to continue looking. Oh, that sounds like lots of work. Here, I'll tell you a puzzle to take your mind off of that stuff. Puzzle 024, strip of paper. I'm trying to fold a paper in half. You notice that one side of the folded paper is an inch longer than the other. To learn to get it right, you fold the strip again and discover that. After trying, okay, jeez. I'm trying to fold a strip of paper in half. You notice that one side of the folded strip is 1 inch longer than the other. To get it right, you fold. One is longer, but if it's on both sides, so one is 1 inch longer. The other one is also 1 inch longer than the other one. The answer is either 1 or 2. I'm going to submit both 1 and 2.
This puzzle solved.
Okay, no, it's 2. Sure.
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated. This should do the trick.
Okay then.
Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
One inch longer, but that means it's 0.5. Well, the answer is 0. Actually, the answer is
This should do the trick.
0.5?
Oh, my.
I don't know
This
why,
is
but like
quite
between the
formidable.
2 folds, like it's 1 because you get 0.5 on like both sides. A 1/10 of an inch.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
The difference between the folds is 1 inch or 10 tenths of an inch. You've designed this picture in 1 inch. You got it right. Those hats you're wearing must be thinking caps or something. You'll be able to find whatever it is you're looking for, misters.
Yes, I suppose it's
accommodations will do. I do hope my darling boy will be pleased. That reminds me, I believe it's dinner time for my sweet baby. I'm off to visit the dining car.
Well done. Gosh, I was just typed I expect to see in the Monetary Express. Talk about rich and fancy. Quite sort of many well-heeled patrons, like the one we just met. We must read deeds and words here. Formal setting demands formal manners, wouldn't you say? Absolutely, Professor. You can almost see this picture, Luke. I'm almost certain it's been hand blown. Who knows, something as ordinary as a picture, it could be so fancy. You can be more relaxing than sitting in your seat with a cold beverage and watching the sunset. And speaking of beverages, or in this case, deadly beverages, I got a puzzle for you. Let me at it, Professor. Oh no. Puzzle number 23, Pitches of Poison. Two men here, known here as one are playing a strange game. First, both men put their empty pitcher on the table. Next, a judge with a pitcher filled with poison. The place is a nice bottle A or B. The next starts shooting the poison from one pitch to the next pitcher time over and over again. 5. What? Oh no, okay. There's just guessing between one and... Yeah, okay, sure.
That was almost too easy.
Nothing, liquid change pictures throughout times. Wait, you know long reports, regardless of where you stand in the picture, whatever picture in the tree. In the excellent work, let's press on. We mustn't stand around all day. I'm dreadfully sorry, sir, but I'm afraid all the seats in our finest hours are taken right now. What a pity. Indeed it is, sir. But while you wait for a table, may I interest you in a puzzle? Sure. Puzzle 007, Dining Couples. 4 couples sit elbow to elbow in a crowded dining car. All diners are sitting next to or across their partner. Jonas is sitting also... No, I should... Oh god, okay. But the Jonas sitting by the aisle. Mr. Lemons is across from his wife, so that means these are all sitting across from each other. These are next to each other. These ones are next to each other. Mrs. Hadley, so that's E.
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
Right, so Mr. Connor is sitting beside his wife. Both couples on the left must be sitting next to their spouses. So Mr. Hunt sitting across from his wife. He must be sitting to the table, the right table. Jonas sitting next. So maybe C and G. Everyone else identifies. You only have the hobbits to deal with. They're represented by E and F. Just gotta go right, sirs. They say that nothing whets the appetite like a hearty puzzle. The bear's table is just opened up. Allow me a moment to tidy it up, and then I will be happy to escort you to your seats. Great, I'm starving. Oh good, the table is finally ready. We'll be taking our seats then. Madam, please wait a moment. You see, these passengers have been here much longer. Nonsense! We'll not hear another word of this. You take these people for us, we are insulted. I do apologize, madam. It's simply the gentleman arrived before you. And we'll be kept waiting, do you understand? Not a single second. Now out of the way. Madam. Talk about pushy. I do apologize, sirs. There's a lovely observation desk on the last car of the train. May I suggest you spend a few minutes there while we prepare a new table for you? No need for apology, my good man. Your job is not an easy one. We'll go see the desk and return a bit. President Luke decided to visit the train's observation deck. Let's look at the stuff there's to eat. Yeah, seems that the military express the first class operation right down to its kitchen. Oh, my best in the kitchen. I'm sorry, we can't have that. Wearing those dirty clothes of yours, you could earn me a health code violation, you know? I'll have you know, there's nothing at all dirty about our clothes, sir. I say what you like, short stack, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm running a kitchen here. Did you stop to think about what could happen to icky outside germs made it in here because of you? I see your point. Doubly sorry for the intrusion, and any worry you may have caused you, good sir. Alright, I'm sorry too, sir. Wait, what's that? Professor, look there. It looks like our friend the cook is keeping a pet in the kitchen. I think he was lecturing us about germs. Oh boy, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Or the hamster, I should say. Believe me, I know it's not okay to keep a pet in the kitchen. But well, he's my only friend, see? Fear not, he's the only rodent I've got to talk to here. My, he's really generously proportioned, isn't he? So you said he's a hamster, yes? That's right, the hamster, the noblest member of the animal kingdom. You see, when I first started working here, I needed someone to keep me company, so I bought him. Thing is, I feed him all the table's scraps we take back, which makes for a diet that's a bit, rich. He put on the pounds, and if he doesn't get in shape, it could really be really bad for his health. The poor little guy. Aww. That's why I want to ask something of you, boy. Would you mind holding on to my friend for a little while? When he's with me, I can't help but feed him, but the scraps of pastry and pasta add up. You're saying you want us to hold on to him and help him shape up? Sounds like a great idea to me. I mean, what do you think, Professor? Can we keep him for a little while? Well, I do believe that helping those in need, rodent or not, is the duty of every true gentleman. We'll be happy to take custody of this hamster for the time being. Now, thank you so much. Hurry now, there's a real load on my shoulders. As soon as I enter the trunk, I won't be playing that. You guys the hamster minigun by tapping the hamster's icon on the process trunk. One more thing. Soon we'll be seeing each other for a while. Please give him this apple, will you? He loves them so. I'm gonna miss my little guy. Please take good care of him. Don't worry, he's in good hands. Hamster's name. Why can't I just tap the letters? Look at them, the new hamster friend, Duncan. Okay, little guy, from now on, anywhere I go, you go too. Squeak? Squeak, squeak. Now, it appears that your special talent with animals has earned you a new friend, Luke. I think so too, Professor. Welcome aboard, sirs. May I interest you in a refreshing beverage or a scrumptious snack? Thank you, but I don't think we need any snacks right now. Of course you don't. And I put all our best mile for nothing. So you got this ritzy dining going board. Most people get that chow there. For a competition like that, it's hard to sell even a cup of tea. I'm so bored. I've got a while to my shift ends. So help me pass time with this puzzle, would you? Sure. Pancake stacks 1. Let's not take the puzzle for you. Your task is which pancakes to left play the most and Tower of Hanoi, something that we're actually doing for school.
Let's see if this works.
Although mine doesn't work because
Layton,
A, I'm
the
not
process
getting anywhere at this
starts again.
point, and B, I had to place it on my PC and it broke the entire project, so. This solution can be achieved in as few as 7 moves. How many moves did it take you? This was actually a variant of the famous Tower of Hanoi puzzle. Brain teaser involved by a French mathematical over 100 years. Check out the brain you kiddo. So, listen, our next stop is I think a little 2-cow village called Dropstone, right? There's like nothing there. I sure wish we could stop somewhere more exciting for a change. But I guess that's work and job for you. Something you must have to deal with crippling boredom. Looks like no one's in. Oh no, right now. Let's check back later. Sure. Oh no. Teresa, there's a little shack over there seem familiar to you? It is, unless I'm mistaken, this must be the residence of you-know-who. And then she's a big help to us again. No, she will be. If I have to finish like a certain amount of puzzles, then yes. My, what a lovely desk. Well, this is the best. This breeze feels great. Indeed, and the scenery is simply breathtaking. Look, Luke, you can see a lake over there. The skies are blue, and just look at the trees fly by. That's what I call a view. It's quite amazing, Luke. Goodness, all this talk of pristine scenery reminded me of a puzzle I heard once. Why don't you try it? Oh, God. The forest below contains 4 different types of trees. You use that to draw dividers in the forest to take you form 4 different sections. Each section should contain one of each type of tree. And all the trees must be connected either horizontally or vertically, but not diagonally. Or your answer, touch submit. For different. Yep. Okay. Got it.
Just leave it to me. Piece of cake.
Very nice. Nothing going to admire the generous, genius scenery. Whatever. Exactly it. Well done. Well, did you expect any less, Professor? It feels so nice out there. I almost forgot we're supposed to be searching for the Elysian box. I can't blame you, Luke, but that box led the doctor to his death. Come with me, I will solve this mystery. Of course. Alright, that's a puzzle solved. I think I found a good grasp with the train's layout. I think it's high time we get a proper investigation. Okay, Professor, let's get to it. The Western and Luke decided to continue their investigation of the train. Oi! Look at that, someone's left rubbish on the deck here. Can't believe that, some people have the worst manners. Listen here, Luke, a true gentleman cleans up himself, another should the need arise. What do you say we take care of this mess? Taking out the trash. Ah! There we go.
This should do the trick. And there we have
I
it.
think this is also the Layton game that I played the most. Speaker's plan. If you really know how to work, you can play this puzzle in as few as 29 moves. And don't forget, trash belongs in the trash can, not on the streets. Now there's no trash cleaning up that amazing view. Wonderful, isn't it? Keeping a place neat really brightens it up. Top of view.
Ah, there's nothing like travel by rail to put a spring in your step.
I couldn't agree more. And there's no better way to do it than on a train as fine as yours, Mr. Beluga.
So you know my name, do you?
But of course, this train and its owner have quite a reputation in London. I've seen your face in the papers more than a few times.
Oh, is that so now? I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't say I know you as well as you seem to know me.
The name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology by trade, but a train enthusiast on the side. I've heard tales of this train's grandeur, so I decided it was time to experience it firsthand.
Well, isn't that something? It certainly is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Layton, was it?
Yes.
Oh my, just look at how late it's gotten. I really have to run. Do enjoy your time aboard.
In case she isn't here just yet. Sure. When we went back to the dining car now, Luke, I've worked up quite an appetite. We're certain Luke decided to visit the dining car for a second time. You don't have to just kill over the boredom. Sure, the job pays well, but it's so slow, it's painful. Okay. Welcome access, but it was always for the long wait. Let me show you to your seat. Alright, it's finally time to eat. My sentiments exactly. Wow, look at all these choices, it's enough to make my head spin. Oh, look over there. There's some sort of commotion going on. You call this haute cuisine? I call it slop. You're saying we actually serve this to our customers? I'll make this right away, sir. Get the mess out of my sight this instant. And of course, I'm very sorry to displease you so. Another thing, look at these vases and a picture. Utterly tacky. Replace them immediately. But sir, the piece entered the work by the world-renowned... I don't care if it's the Queen or England painted on it. Replace it and be quick about it. Yes sir, of course sir. I'll start making the arrangements at once. Is that the same one we saw earlier? I don't think I've ever seen him so bossy. So everyone's so loud. That would be Mr. Beluga, I believe. It's too bad the picture wasn't to his taste. I think it's marvelous. And speaking of pictures, Luke, here, I got a puzzle for you. Oh, for fuck's sake. A work of art. The drawing below is made up of curved lines and sects to create sections. You want to color the entire canvas so that no sections touch the center. Choose what colors you can use.
Here goes.
Nope. Why not?
Oops, that wasn't right.
World. Oh no, here.
Let's see if this works.
You gotta need more than 3 colors to fill that all in.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Alright, you need exactly 3 colors in a drawing. Most of the drawing can be done with 2 colors, but one pesky area in the lower left corner requires a third color to complete. Expertly solved, Luke. After a puzzle like that, and a lovely meal, I could use a break. Let's go back to our room. Alright, so we're interrupt your game, but it's something important you should know. If you go through the story, some puzzles will disappear from the original locations. These puzzles are then moved to Granny Willis' shack, where you can solve them when you want. Again, here's your first set of puzzles to be sent back to the shack. In a puzzle on the text screen, it appears that there are no such puzzles to send right now. Hey! President Luke decided to return. Okay, sure. What do we have here? Oh boy, my sweet little boy, you got to do something right this instant. Search the entire train. But I'm pleased to learn so I can understand the situation. Inspector, tell me, I had no idea you were on board. What is it, Mr. Layton? What are the chances, eh? Well, enough small talk. I have only matters to attend to, namely a missing boy. I see the woman's child got on off somewhere. I don't suppose you've seen him around. No, I don't believe I have seen any young boys. Whether the boy wandered off and he hasn't returned yet, it is simply at the wit's end worrying about him. Gentlemen, I want you to drop whatever it is you're doing and help me find my boy. She's been going on like the moment I walked in. I understand your concern, madam. My friend and I will glad to lend you a hand to your search. I have the best chance of recovering your boy if you set out to immediately. Yes, exactly what I just said. Now, go find my boy already. Tell him mommy's worried about him. It seems the only clues we got are the shoes tied left behind named Tom. I tried to squeeze more details from the room, but it's useless. She just keeps demanding I search the entire train. This is one of Tom's shoes. It's possibly tiny, isn't it? Yes, I find it quite curious myself, Luke. What train is this? I don't think most children with feet that size can even walk yet. Tom's disappearance. While riding on the military express, the little boy Tom managed to disappear. If the you left behind is any indication, Tom must be a very young child. Where could a child that smell wandered off to on his own? The President and Luke decided to help search for Tom, Babette's little boy. First off, tell me. It was certainly a surprise to see you on board, Inspector. May I ask what brings you here? During the investigation, we stumbled upon the late Dr. Syrie. It basically acted on the final days, we tapped to this train. But since the investigation is none of your business, that's all I can tell you, Mr. Layton. Besides, right now, finding that lost child is my top priority. However, since all I have to go is a shoe on his name, this search will be an uphill battle. Luke and I will be glad of your assistance in the matter. No, I'm sure you would. I've heard about you, Mr. Layton. You got quite a bit for looking into other people's business. If I let you know my case, show me the famous powers of deduction by solving this puzzle. Shoe store thief. A woman in the shoe store pays for a pair of shoes. $30 shoes with a $50 bill. The clerk doesn't have change. I'm going to shop next time to break. I think guess someone to change. Oh, the clerk. Uh, 80.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Nope. Why not?
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Isn't that one that's already down?
And now to test my theory.
Nope. Let's use int coins.
Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
Oh, the only thing he loses is 30.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Nope, why not?
Well, I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Or there's 50 because like the shoes cost 30. If I have to, I'm going for the last hint after this one.
Puzzle solved. And there we have it.
Well, and the shoe costume I made over it cost 30. And the change the shoe clerk gave it cost him 20. When the shoe clerk still lost to 50. And the shoe clerk was 50 in real money when he swapped the fake bill for change. Let's return to the... Let's return the same 50 when the counterfeit bill was scored. It means the two transactions cancel out each other. It seems your fame isn't entirely undeserved. Nevertheless, this is my case, so be searching for Tom alone. Search around if you like, but don't get your hopes up. Now, have you seen a small boy wandering around here? He's missing a joke. Shoe. I can't say the laugh. I certainly remember if I'd seen a shoeless little boy. I see, well, thank you very... Oh, but we're on the topic of shoes. Maybe you could help out with a little predicament of my own. Oh no. The shoe maze.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Good job, that was some pretty fancy footwork. Was it? Look, all be surprised, you've got quite a noodle on that hat, don't you? That's a very own car. Oh man, I'm a dog food. What's the matter, mister? Oh hey, so I just took it to my uncle's room and brought his camera, right? Thing is, then I dropped it. I've been trying to find all pieces for like an hour, but I've only found one. That's quite a predicament. You know where I got the camera yeah, if word gets out that this wrecked camera, I'm gonna get Mayor Flask and the boss man. Bro, brain flash incoming. Take this. I'm giving this to you, this busted hunk of junk. Do what you want. Just get rid of the thing, will ya? Okay. Well, okay, catch you on the flip side. Jesus Christ. Well, hey, come back here. So in the last game, we had this little thing that we were making this robot dog. We actually had the same thing now with its camera. The camera icon is run out to the trunk. Resume the broken parts of the camera there. Next to minigame, touch the trunk icon, get the camera icon. Sure. That's something that I will do probably. No, you actually have to do this yourself. It's not like the dog where you just tap it. No, you have to do this yourself.